Hey, what's up guys? It's Miscellaneous here, and I'll be coming at you with a start of this series and start to this channel, which is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. It's the successor to Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls on the Xbox 360, and the difference with this version is it adds extra things and other hidden type things and switches it around. Also other things you may not have known of. So we'll start into that in a minute, but first I was just like to know if you guys would like a Dark Souls 1 and original Dark Souls 2 series. Let me know in the comments below, because when Dark Souls 3 comes out, I'd like to make a series on it, and I thought it would only be fair if I did 1, 2, and 3. And also, if you would like a series which is a walkthrough 100% of the game of Scholar of the First Sin, also leave that in the comments below, and I will look into that. That way there are things you didn't know about in Dark Souls 2 that I could probably show you. So we'll dive right into this video, and the first thing we'll see is the lore intro deal. So I will be quiet while that is going on, and I'll be back when that's over. So I'll see you when that's over.
Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar? No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Like a moth drawn to a flame, your wings will burn in anguish, time after time. For that is your fate. The fate of the cursed.
Okay, so there we have it. There's the little lore in the background of this game right here. So here we have ourselves just waking up at things betwixt, as we're unconscious at the moment. Any minute now our little guy will wake up. There he goes. So it's about time we start our journey. Now for this character, for those of you who have played the first Dark Souls, I'm going to kind of base it off of a special, and you'll see that whenever I get to the ladies, or the hags people, whatever you want to call them, ladies, hags. We could go back there. I'm just going to wait until I get like weapons and a little bit of a higher level.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Okay, so here we go. For the name, for those of you who know it, it will be Solaire, from Knight Solaire of Astora, from Dark Souls. And we'll go with this for now. Actually, not for now, we're going with this forever since it's been done.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy.
Take a closer look.
Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
Okay, and now to figure out what we look like. I think for this, I'm going to do the swordsman class, even though Knight Solaire is a knight. And I would do life ring, but I can get a better one of those later in the game. And I do healing wares, but also we can get those later in the game. So I think we'll just stick with the human effigy. Now, we'll go ahead and just edit up his looks a bit. Give him a different face. And switch up his hair. Go ahead and make it white. And the same with his eyebrows. Give him a good beard. And also make it white to match. And nothing says Dark Souls 2 like a tattoo. So I think that'll be our guy. And we'll just continue with our little adventure.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance.
Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom.
But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and start this off. Now, we will go up these stairs, and we'll find ourselves our first chest, which should contain our first human effigy inside of it. Yep. And now, we shall start the real adventure in just a moment after we get this bonfire. Now, before I get too far into this, I just want to say, for this channel, next week I will have an update video, and that'll just be going over the schedule for like the videos that are going out this week. And my goal for this will be a video a day, but I'll plan on doing Dark Souls a while, and then any other just video games. And if there's any ones that you want to recommend, just let me know in the comments section, and I will look into that, and I will try and get those games, because whatever I can do to make y'all happy, to make this channel thrive and everything, y'all's support is what I really need. So let's just go ahead and start this tutorial. We'll light our torch, and we will make way and traverse the white light. Now you can read these signs for the controls on how to attack and everything, but since I've come from playing Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 on the 360, I already know the controls pretty much. But if you don't, it's very easy to follow. It's very easy to get the basics of it. So we would just keep walking our way through. My favorite part is this critical backstab. I don't know why, it's just one of my favorite parts. Now after this torch, there will be an item at the top of this area, which is a dagger. Let us check. Yep, it is. It's just another kind of weapon you can use. And then these guys I hate the most, the archers, because their attacks are pretty much magnets. They will track you unless you are good at evading. And keep on going. Find our next tracking magnet, as I'll call them now, and the affinity frames are not working. Get ourselves a life gem, and there's part 1 of the tutorial done right there. Now here's a little shortcut for later. If you have, like they're saying, give us smooth. If you have smooth and silky stones, or large ones, or petrified somethings, you can trade those in for kind of special items such as like life gems, human effigies, stones, and just petrified dragon bones, other items like that. So we'll just keep going down, lighting torches, and we'll go to part 2 of the tutorial area. Just keep traversing. And then my favorite part is right here. It's not really my favorite part, but I've been known to mess this up a few times. And it's jumping. Right here we'll get our amber herbs, which if you are a sorcerer, they are very crucial and kind of like a benefit to your character. They help restore spell uses. Now, if I am lucky, I will be able to nail this plunging attack. Ooh, I did. Now through this door over here, there is a item known as a cracked red eye orb, which you can use them for PvP in a way. You can use them to invade other worlds. It's kind of like the red soapstone, except you don't like leave it and they summon you. You actually just you search for their worlds and you attack them then. So that right there is the tutorial for now. We can't really do much more because down there you see there's a statue there. And we need a fragrant branch of yore to get through that. Really all that's back in that area are some basilisks, which are used to get stones, so you can use to upgrade like weapons and armor. But other than that, we have finished the tutorial area, or finished all that we can do in the tutorial area. And we will make our way to Majula as soon as we get out of this cave. And here we are. Good old Majula. Now there are some items over here you can get. It's easier if you come this way. You can jump down, jump across from another way. I just like this, it's a little easier. But there are weapons for the cleric class, the Morning Star and the Sacred Chime. And if you're a sorcerer, this item here is a very good benefit for you. It's the binoculars. It helps for like ranged combat. But you can jump from here if you don't want to do it that way. Before I get that bonfire, we'll go ahead and talk to the Emerald Herald over here, which she is our source of leveling up our character and our Estus Flask, which we will get from her right now.
He who made kings.
Now, for this series, I'm going to kind of have the episodes set to around 20 to 25 minutes. But I think for this one, since it's the first, we'll just go for 20 minutes. So we'll just get the items here, and then the next episode we'll actually kick it off doing the real stuff. This is just our little start, but we'll get our life gem here, and then right at this well, you hit the rock, there will be a corpse that rises up and you can get a shard for your Estus Flask, which we can already upgrade now, which is a good little thing to have, since the Estus Flask is one of our main sources of healing. So we'll just go ahead, go to the Emerald Herald, level it up, and then I think we'll call this episode here. So let's just do this real quick.
Seek there's once you so that is that here to see however.
Oops, there we go. Upgrade our flask.